Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for January 27th, 28th, and 29th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, couple of things. One is, if you're new, or even if you're not, if you're a cross watcher and you've not heard this before, this is the introduction. I tag this to all the videos. So if you want to just go straight to the video, I am going to put down over in the description the timestamp. Now, and so you can just bypass. I hope you watch it at least one time. Now, the other thing is we're going to be starting on Rumble, or at least I'm going to try to post these on Rumble. Not sure how that's going to work. I will try to still have that timestamp so that you can bypass, but this will be seen on all videos. It will also be it'll also be its own individual, video. So what we do is, when I am reading for the weekend, I use my Radley Valentine deck, my Angel Tarot cards, my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I will be pulling one from my Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue, Angels of Abundance, and then I end with my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, since we're coming into Rumble, I thought I would add Angel Answers Oracle cards from Radley Valentine also. So basically that'll be okay, have your question ready, and let's pull a card and see what happens. Now, during the introduction, I use because I do a kind of a global what on earth is happening in the earth, I will use my Waite Rider traditional tarot, and I will pull from my Osha Zen tarot cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to let the messages flow and deliver them to you. And it's made it a lot easier when I realized I did not have to understand it all. Now, a couple of things going on. Let's go on and just see what is going on in the world, in the stars. Basically, we are in Aquarius season, but we have on the 27th Venus entering into Pisces. So Venus is leaving Aquarius and going into Pisces. Pisces is the last of the astrological signs for the year. It's dreamy. It's very intuitive. It's a lot of feelings and a lot of possibilities. We also have Neptune in Pisces, so there's a lot of deep energies with that too. Now, Venus is about relationships. It's about new starts also. There's new starts, there's a hope. There's all the possibilities. So Venus is going from the intellectual possibilities to the dreams again. Venus in Pisces can be a little foolish, but foolish in that good way. It's not a way that's, like you're being silly or stupid. No. It's just kind of, maybe you're being a little whimsical. Maybe you're going after some of those dreams that you just never thought were possible for you. So now on the 30th, the 30th of January, we have Mercury, which is in Capricorn, trining with Uranus, which is in Taurus. So we have the two earth energies, your job, your career, your home, your money. And we have Mercury, which is, electronics, but it's also about messages. And, so we have Uranus as expect the unexpected. The interesting thing, too, about Uranus, and remember this, is that it's always it's a liberator in many ways. It tries to free you from whatever, from the doldrums of the day. But sometimes it's not necessarily, a lot of times it's not necessarily an easy switch. And then on the 30th, we also have the Sun in Aquarius trining with Mars in Gemini. We have that air energy again, that thought process is thinking things through, making some plans, hearing some news with with the sun sign, the sun energy focusing, and that Mars energy confrontation. So there could be some interesting confrontations during that time also, but they'll be very well thought out. And then when we go into February, remember we have the full moon, 4th, 5th, I think, and that is in Leo. So interesting energies there. So now let's go on and just kind of see, like I think I've said, I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. Whatever the message is, I'm just going to let it flow. And let's see what we have here. So this is the White Rider traditional. Okay, higher power. What's going on? What do we need to be aware of? What do we need to watch for? Okay, we have a card that has fallen out. Well, actually, it's flipped, and we have the Hanged Man. Now, remember that numbers are very important also. So on this, we have a 10 and we actually have a 12. We have a 10 and a 2. 2 is crossroads choices. 10 is transitional energy. It is, things have to move forward. But then we can add the 1 plus the 2, we come to a 3, and that can be, basically that can be all about celebration, creativity. Now the Hanged Man is looking at things from a totally different perspective. So it's kind of like, there is, and remember Uranus has gone direct. And it's a slow motion right now. So, and expect the unexpected. And I just said it's a break free type of energy. So there could be something in the world that's kind of like, you don't take it at face value. Just don't take it at face value. All right, it's whatever it is. Don't take it as face value. My thing is always don't be afraid. Don't be fearful, because fear, again, too, like I'm always saying, is a tool of the devil, and it tries to trap you, okay? So something could be going on that we need to look deeper into, and we just cannot take it at face value. Okay, let's see. Higher power, what else do you want to say? Here we go for this weekend. Now remember, anything reversed to me has stronger energies. And this came out, strong energy too. So again, I really get this. Don't take it at, face value. Things aren't what they seem to be. It kind of has that, what is it? Would it be the 7 of Swords? It's like, that you might be directed to look here, and really this is what's going on. Okay, so let's see here. Next card is, we have Judgment. Again, this one is reversed. So we have a 20 energy. We have that 2 energy. We have 2 10s, so transition. We have that 20 energy, the 2 crossroads choices, decisions coming together. 0 God source energy. So there is something very big happening in the universe. It'd be interesting to see when the weekend is here, what the Schumann resonance is like. Are we being whited out again? Because we've had a couple of those times, and then we have times of very stable energies, and then we get these really, in the last couple of days, we've had these really strong whiteout energies too. So Judgment is looking at things kind of like, there's forgiveness with this. There is forgiveness, because if we cannot forgive ourselves and others, how are we to be forgiven? There is looking at things in a way of being kind of like, it's looking at our past, our present, it's looking at our history. If we don't learn from history, we're doomed to recreate our, the same mistakes. But again, there's a lot of, we have to be very realistic. We have to look at it as it is. And also too, we did the best we could with what we had. So it's Judgment is not necessarily punitive, though sometimes we do have to make amends with Judgment. But it's really our own, it's really, facing higher power, God, source, and kind of saying, yeah, this is where I am, this is what I did, but now I understand it a little bit more. I'll never understand it fully, but I understand it a little bit more. Forgiveness, again, forgiveness is not for so much the other person as it is for yourself. And then Judgment comes and says, let's move on. So we've got a lot of looking around here. Again, this is, looking at things a little differently, looking at ourselves a little bit differently. It's kind of coming to the realization. And remember, yes, I know, Saturn is in Aquarius right now. Remember, Saturn is a very much rules, regulations, constriction. Aquarius is free thinking. It's about the communication. It's about the people, the community. I always look at Saturn, and I've been saying this for 2+ years. It's all about illusion versus the reality. And so there's a lot of reality energy here. Now, next card. Now we have the moon. So we've got a lot of major arcana energy here. So we have an 18 here. So we have the 10, 1, 0. Now 5 is about change, and then 3 is celebration, like I said. 18, again, the 10 transition. 8 is unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. And you can add the 1 and 8 together. It becomes a 9. You've got, hey, everything, wrap it up. Everything's done. So the moon's been coming out a lot in a lot of my personal readings. There's hidden energies. There is things that we just don't know what's going on. It just feels very kind of unsettling in some ways, because remember, the moon does affect the earth. It does affect the water, the tides, the gravitational pulls, or however you want to say it. There is always an effect. But the moon also has things that is hidden. The moon also has things that we are not aware. Things going on, like they say, behind the scenes, okay? So we are in a waxing moon right now. So that is the new moon, which we just had, and it was a super moon. It is getting larger and larger. It is the requesting moon. Now, the other thing about the moon, though, I'm looking at this, and it's like the moon is pulling out the feral energies, the not the phallo, but the feral energies. It's even though it's hidden and it doesn't give a large glow, it gives enough of a light. It's like it's shining a light. It's, if you watch and you look, you're going to see some of the, the stuff that's tried to come against us, come against the world in many ways. Not quite sure. But the moon also tells you to follow your intuition. The moon also says, pray, meditate. And all of these are about praying and meditating. And, the tarot cards are actually an extremely spiritual cards with messages. So the moon, hidden energies, intuitive energies, things happening behind the scenes. There is something about these dogs. It's kind of like it's pulling out the dark energies too. And, and again, for it to be seen. Okay. You tell me what you're thinking about this. You let me know. Okay. So let's see what else we might have here. So let's see. Osha Zen Tarot. Oops, not this. Osha Zen Tarot. What do you have? What's the world? Higher power. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What should we be aware of? There's a lot. Your energy is very high here right now. There's a lot of looking underneath, looking beneath, looking at ourselves, looking at what's going on. Okay, so now we get ripeness. Now, again, we get that 9. Everything's coming together. You've got everything you need. Ripeness is everything's ready. Everything's ready. The fruit is falling off the vine. It's now. There's a sense of time. There's a sense of whatever this is going on, everything's ripe. Is there a ripe, the things, whatever this changes, whatever these strong energies, we are ripe. We are ripe. Things are happening. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens on this weekend. But ripeness has a really interesting, like I said, the fruit is ready, the fruit is falling, things are ripe, we're ripe. Okay, meditate. I'll say this is a good weekend to meditate, to reach out, to pray, however it is that you connect. Now, please, please, please do me a favor. Please go down here to like, share, subscribe, clicking on bells or clicking on whatever it is for notifications that you might need. I am going to be trying to upload this on Rumble, so we will see what we will see. But also, too, should you just be watching the introduction, I always end, and I truly mean this. Always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye. Hello, my Pisces. So we've got dreamy. We've got Venus getting all dreamy and goo-goo-eyed in your sign. So what does it mean? We'll see. It means dreamy and goo-goo-eyed. So it's very mysterious at the same time. So let's see. Let's see what we've got going on for my Pisces. Let's see. Higher power. What do you have for our Pisces right now? What do you want to say to Pisces to let them know what's going on? Your energies are going to be very, Very powerful. If you're not already feeling it, my Pisces, you are also, the thing with Saturn going into Pisces, and then it's going to be, there's going to be a lot of transformation in your life. A lot of transformation is happening. Positive stuff, but of course, transformation is not always easy. So let's see. First card, reversed, the Six of Fire. So the Six of Fire is a wonderful energy to have. 6 is the number of man. It's the energies you put into something. Fire is our Gemini. Is our Aries. Jupiter is in Aries. It is also our Leo. We will have a full moon in Leo on the 4th of February. It's also Aries, Sagittarius. Why am I not speaking correctly? It's also passionate, burning, very determined, very committed, very much like, oh my gosh, you have saved the day. You are coming in victorious. You have done something very, very positive. You have helped other people. Claim the victory. Claim what is yours. Feel good about this weekend. Feel good about yourself, my Pisces. This is a very powerful energy. It's a very powerful moving forward into your future energy. Victory. Good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. Your next card is the Eight of Water. Okay, so the Eight of Water is, 8 is unlimited opportunities and possibilities. Water is your sign. Also Cancer and Scorpio, fluid, emotional energy. The Eight of Water is just kind of it's not necessarily that Four of Cups. It's kind of like that, but it's now you're taking action. Now you're not just sitting there waiting. You're making a move. You're making some changes. What's working for you doesn't work for you anymore. And this is an emotional thing. This is very, this is a very water energy, Pisces energy going forward. This is like, no, what's been working for me is no longer working for me. This needs to, I did good. You did good, my Pisces. But now it's time for you to try more things. It's time for you to spread your wings. Now that future is unknown. It's always unknown. The future is always a day away. So you don't know what's going to be happening, but you're at more of a point to say, I do want more now. Maybe this is what was the impetus. Maybe this is what kind of got the fire lit for you. And now that water energy, that Eight of Water is like, I want more, and I now know it's okay for me to want this. I think part of it was, my Pisces, that you didn't think that you could, maybe somebody out there didn't think they deserved more or deserved better. And now you're coming to this point where you're like, no, you know what? I do. And maybe not necessarily because you've done wonderful things or not. I'm not trying to say, but it's like we always need to have hope. We always need to know that there are possibilities out there. Okay. A desire to move on. The search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. Okay. And like I said, maybe this is what is the motivating factor. Next card is the Seven of Water. Choices. Now, the thing is, I want to move. I have the opportunity. There is so much more I want to do. I want to accomplish. And then the 7 comes along of water, and it kind of gets you a little bit overwhelmed. So you really have to make sure that your momentum is strong, that the reason you want to make these changes is strong. Because otherwise you could shift back. You could say, well, it's just a little bit too much. I don't really know what I really want to do. It's just that I know I need to do something. So 7 is divine umbrella, divine covering. Sometimes it's divine intervention, and sometimes it's divine interference. It's kind of like, well, I didn't think I was going to be doing that one. But the 7 gives you choices, where and what. The only thing is, for my Pisces, be aware. You really need to work on clarity here, because sometimes too many choices. It's like when I go to a restaurant and I'm looking at the menu, I'm like, there's just too many choices. I don't even know what I want anymore. I mean, I might have been hungry for whatever, and then it's like, oh my gosh, maybe I'm not. So the only thing you need to kind of be aware of is that this can be a little overwhelming for you. I would have liked it better if it was this and then this, but I want to move on. I want more. I need to. But it says also the search for spiritual meaning too. So connect with higher power and ask. I have all these choices. I have all these possibilities, opportunities. Which way do I want to go? But it always takes the first step. A complex decision, the need to do research. Stop procrastinating. Well, I'm married to a Pisces, so I do see that at times. Anyway, let's see what we've got going here. Higher power. Higher power. What do we have for my Pisces? What else do we have for our Pisces? What would add to this? What would help clarify? What would just help in general? Here we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Reversed. This is the 7 of water. Choose wisely. Oh, how do you choose wisely when it's an emotional decision, when it just feels like it's just too much? And not making a choice is also a choice. So, again, I'd be on my knees. Or if not on my knees because it's hard to get up, I'd be, oh, please, God, please help me with it. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? But these two are the same card. There is validation there. But remember, 7 is a divine number. So there is a divine validation here too. Okay. This is the Angels of Abundance. Let's see. Angels, what do you want to say to our Pisces? What do you want to say to our Pisces? What clarification, anything with our Pisces here? Here we go. Here we are. Here. Have courage to ask for and accept help. That's, have courage to ask for and accept help. That doesn't mean, it could be in the physical realm. It could be in the metaphysical realm. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. All right, so courage. There is some courage with that. Now, let's go on here. Energies, crystals and energies for my Pisces. What do we have here? Crystals and energies for my Pisces. What would be helpful? Clear quartz. I love clear quartz. It is programmable, believe it or not. Psychic abilities, enhanced intuition, mental clarity, magnified energy. Okay, so I told you we'd be using Radley Valentine's Angel Answers. So think of a question. Remember, do not base your life choices based upon the answer. I've said before that I used these cards and I was like, oh, I didn't like it because they didn't give me the answer I wanted. However, in hindsight, the answer did turn out very closely to what I had asked or how the answer was. So, but again, too, this is general, many people watching. So let's see what we've got going on here for my Pisces. You ready? Ask your question. Let's see if we get an answer. Let me know if we get it. Let me know if this pertains to you. Okay, these are more definitive, this color here. No. Oh, that's very definitive. So what they're saying, the answer is no. Again, pray, meditate. This was more for fun. So let me know if it resonated though. Okay, so my Pisces, the answer is no. Oh. Okay, let me know. We're going to be posting on Rumble and YouTube, so hopefully we can still do the like, share, subscribe, clicking on the bell for notifications. Most importantly, though, for all of you, this is the most important thing, my Pisces. Always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.